Hi, it's Jon Binnie, and here's the biggest mistakes I made on my spiritual awakening so far. And this is a successor to the three biggest mistakes. As my son and a few others pointed out, I must have made more than three. And so I wanted to share more about those mistakes and really how they're not just mistakes, they're actually lessons that I've learned and acted on over time. And so I have my notes right in front of me, so I'm going to share some of those as I go. So the first area I'd like to talk about is my spiritual hygiene. So I was unaware of the fact that prior to my awakening, in my last big awakening, or I feel like it's continuing every day, but in November 2017, when I went through an awakening, I started to wake up, and the first thing I woke up to was like in this yoga session, this Kundalini yoga session I was in, was how this universe is really like an energy first universe. Everything's energy. And I saw the planets and the stars being created and the energy flowing between them. And I saw that, actually, I started to realize that a lot of the things that I do in my life, in fact, really everything, is influenced by energy, and both the energy that I send out and the energy that I receive. And so my spiritual hygiene as a body, as a human, as a physical being, and as a soul in this physical being called Jon Binnie, that what I consume, like I am what I consume. And so I would previously pay no attention to mainstream media that I watched and consumed, politicians, anyone in a position of power, like telling me how I feel, what I should do, and also in relationships as well. Like I would just be around relationships. I would tolerate relationships that were toxic for me, and I would just feel empathetic and kind of sorry for the person and their behavior, but still absorb their energy and not really realize that the best thing for me. And I would also eat anything if it was from a tin, from a box, especially if I'd been drinking alcohol. I'd be like, whatever it is, I just eat it and decide afterwards whether it'd been a good idea or not. And I would also just anything, including accounts on social media like YouTube and Instagram. I'd watch like an entire video. Sometimes I'd feel like if I started something, I should just finish it, and that if I'd followed someone or subscribed someone, that I should just keep doing that forever. But then they are like a whole series of mistakes, or should I say lessons. And the lessons I learned is that you are what you consume. So if you consume all these things, you fill your being and your body with all these energies, with these low vibration, negative energies that pull you down and they keep you in a low vibration state. It makes you unhappy. And I never thought for a moment that watching news might make me unhappy, or that individually, or following someone on Instagram that I didn't quite resonate with could make me unhappy. But all these things added up together do have a huge impact on your life. And everyone has a free will choice, and my free will choice is to unfollow the people that just don't resonate with me, even if they did previously. I don't really watch mainstream media and news. I pay a lot of attention to what I eat. I still have a vice and a journey of snacking, and I tend to now focus on things like I'll have like a cheat day. I'll have like a day a week where like today's a clean day for me, but yesterday I was like snacking. I was just like, there weren't the world's worst snacks in the world, but some biscuits and chocolate biscuits. Oh, I love those. And like tortilla chips and stuff, like, oh yeah, just I love those. We all have some vices, and I have a coffee as well, right? That's a vice for me. But being aware of these decisions that you make of what you consume is just so powerful. And that was a big lesson for me. And it also helps me a lot to find ways of clearing those energies. So dancing, dance around your kitchen, I dance around my studio. That shakes off these like low vibration energies, and literally they like fall out of your hands and feet and move your body. It's really hard to feel sad when you're dancing, even to a sad dance. High vibration food like, vegetables and fruits. And although some of these things can be expensive, also like frozen ones can be good as well. Like there's whole frequency. And so like the lowest vibration stuff, often very processed and very cheap. If you can't afford like the expensive or grow your own vegetables and fruit, then, find a middle ground of stuff that's okay for you. And that's a big help as well. And then ultimately just being really conscious, like set the intention about what you want to be. And if you want to be really high vibration and happy and full of joy all the time, then really focus on the things that you're consuming, relationships, friendships, who you follow on social media, what you consume in your life, the work that you do. These are the things that feed you and become you. And then I also didn't really understand how the universe works. And some of this message is quite hard to hear. And I know I've said this before, and some people find it hard, and I find it hard to hear, but let me explain it. Your thoughts and feelings resonate out from your heart all around the universe like waves, like this kind of pulsing wave of energy. So if you set the intention to feel bad about someone else, feel bad towards them, maybe you're jealous of them, maybe you wish that you could do all the things that they're doing, or you had all the money that they have, all the success that they have, whatever it is, in those low vibration feelings, they resonate out and they affect that other person. And that's quite hard, right? There's no laws against feeling bad towards someone, or having negative thoughts about other people. But it is a real thing. This is an energy first universe. And so every thought and feeling and action that you create resonates out from you, and vice versa. It's received by you from others. And the more this world continues to raise up in vibrations and the veil thins and this kind of matrix around us dissolves, it'll become more and more apparent that when you're connecting with others, just thinking of them, then they'll feel it too. You ever feel that when like it feels like your ears are burning, or you sense that someone else is talking about you? It's because you're receiving that energy, because they're expressing it about you. It's really hard, right? I've had lots of negative thoughts about lots of different people for lots of different reasons. And sometimes I'm just frustrated about, working with people, or just, the situations we find ourselves in, even when we're working towards common goals and we just have different ways of working. And I feel those negative feelings towards others. And now I'm really mindful of those feelings. And I think, how would that other person feel if I was saying these things to them? And so that's another balance, is like finding the right time to say these things to people, so that you're not thinking about them all the time and bottling them up inside of you, or just sending them out through the astral realms and through the universe. And then finally, a big thing for me has been, being low vibration, being sad, and attracting in like, little icky attachments, like literally like little leeches and stuff that I often remove from clients in their sessions. These energetic leeches just latch onto us when we're feeling low vibration. So keeping high, keeping happy, and by high I mean keeping your heart filled with joy and feeling high vibration, and being really clear to the universe what it is that you want. If you want to place an order for your dream life, say it, describe it, write it down. Dear universe, this is what I want. Say it into your phone, like turn your phone screen off and just talk into it and say, hey phone, I want to live an abundant life where I get to choose what I want and what I work on, and fill myself and others with such beautiful joy. Whatever you choose, I hope this finds you well. If you'd like to find out more details about what I can do and you'd like to work with me, check out my website on jonbinnie.com. My link is in the bio. Send him a love from Scotland.